Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Armchairing show with your host, Bruce Morrow. I almost said the Bruce Morrow show, but it's Armchairing with your host, Bruce Morrow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please share. Man, it's already January 28th. We already mostly done with January. It was like just the other day we were saying Happy New Year. We mostly done with the year, man. Those things goes fast, man. Things goes fast. Welcome to another episode. Tonight we talk about Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick reportedly is not gonna be a first ballot Hall of Fame head coach Hall of Fame. Wow. I cannot believe what I'm about to say, but it's gonna be interesting. NFL playoff, yeah. NFL playoff happened. I mean, the conference happened. It's gonna be the. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me right now? I'm gonna say. It's going to be the suckiest Super Bowl of all time. That's why I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to watch Bad Bunny. I don't understand what he's going to say. I don't know. He's probably a good singer, but I'm not going to watch the halftime show. I don't care about commercials. They're practically no money in right now to buy stuff. So why will I watch commercials? I don't care about commercials. I don't care about who's Bad Bunny is bringing to sing with him. I don't care. I don't care about Seahawks. I don't care about what's the other team? Oh my God, Patriots. Okay, and there's always politics is always mixing with sports. I don't want to talk about the politics in this channel, and I'm not gonna talk about it. But I also want to say, I want to say this in regards to what's going on in Minnesota. I have a few words to talk about that. Tonight my tongue is tied. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's frustration, maybe it's anxiety because of what's going on in this country. I'll keep it for that's the last topic I'm gonna discuss. I may not have a long show because if I have a long show, I could get in trouble. I watch football. I watch American football. I remember I probably said this already in this channel, on the show. The first quarterback I watched, I really liked Vinny Testaverde. I was a Jets fan. And Curtis Martin, Wayne Trebat, Laverne Scholes. I was a Jets fan. And then I saw the Jets play the Colts. The Jets destroyed the Colts. But I love how Peyton Manning played. And I left the Jets. And I became a Colts fan. I love Peyton Manning. I love Marvin Harrison. I love Reggie Wayne. I love Dallas Clark. I love Anthony Fernandez. I love Saturday. I love Mattis. I love Freeney. Sanders always hurt. Yeah, I became a Colts fan. And in between 2003, 2000, one team was getting away. In the AFC, it's either the Patriots or the Colts. The Patriots or the Colts. And if you are a Colts fan, you would understand. You're understanding me right now. We hated the Patriots. I hated Tom Brady. I hated Bill Belichick. Not because I think the hate that I had was not like a hate, like killing people or whatever, want them, but something bad to happen to them. I hated them because they were so good. And every time something happened to them, I loved it. If injuries happen, it's not I didn't want them to play against, but I just like, yes, the Colts had a chance to win the Super Bowl. And when Peyton was kicked out of the Colts, I was no longer a Colts fan. I became a Broncos fan. I love when Peyton beat Tom Brady in the AFC again. AFC championship again. So, Tom Brady and Belichick. So, it was a great surprise for me to see Bill Belichick reportedly is not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I was shocked. I was not the only person that was shocked. All the greats in the game of football were shocked. You have Deion Sanders. The disrespect to Coach Belichick is straight out ignorant. He's arguably the best NFL coach to ever coach the game. Or quickly we forget the impact Coach Belichick made on all of us. Patrick Mahomes, insane. Don't even understand how could this be or this could be possible. J.J. Watt, 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year. I can be reading this right. There has to be some knockoff Hall of Fame or something. It can be the actual NFL Hall of Fame. There is not one single word whatsoever in which Bill Belichick should not be a first ballot Hall of Fame. LeBron James. There's no way I read that right? And no way Bill Belichick and a first ballot Hall of Fame. That's impossible, egregious, and quite frankly, disrespectful. Tom Brady, who reportedly butted head with Belichick and left the team for Tampa Bay, went on Super Bowl. And you have people like Skip Bayless said, Tom Brady, it was the best thing that happened to Bill Belichick. Maybe that's true, but Bill Belichick, that's probably the best thing that happened to Tom Brady too. Tom Brady was not heavily recruited. He was not even the starting quarterback in the Michigan. They needed each other. He was like a 6th-round pick. You could say Bill Belichick built Tom Brady. Tom Brady made Bill Belichick the greatest NFL coach. Yes, I'm saying it. I was never a fan of Bill Belichick. But he's the greatest NFL head coach of all time. Yes, over Don Shula. Yes, over Chuck Noll. Yes, over what's the other guy who was the Dallas Cowboys coach? What's his name? Oh my God, Tom Landry, Bill Walsh. Robert Kraft went to Super Bowl with oh my God, I forgot his name. He was a giant coach with Tom Bledsoe, the last Super Bowl. You don't win all those Super Bowls. We'll talk Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick was already a good defensive coach because he won Super Bowl with the Giants as defensive coordinator. But if you look at the accomplishments of Bill Belichick, There's no way he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. One of the reasons why the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl this season is because of Bill Belichick. A bunch of his former coaches are on the team right now. A former player is the coach, even though Mike Vrabel is trying to distance himself from Belichick. He is a product of Bill Belichick's system. Robert Kraft now today is saying, oh, Bill Belichick is the greatest NFL coach. He knows that without Bill Belichick, he's not making all that money he's making now for the Patriots, with the Patriots. I'm sure Bill Belichick will get in the Hall of Fame maybe next season. But he deserves to be the first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't care what he's doing now. I don't care about his private life. I don't care. I don't care. He was rude. He was dismissive. He was whatever. It's crazy how humans let their feelings take over instead of being fair. The guy got 40 out of 50 votes from the selection committee to be inducted, but fell short. But reportedly, due to some voters weighing the Spygate and Deflategate scandals against his accomplishments. 10 years ago, me as a Colts fan, I would say he needs to pay. He needs to be punished. He needs to be banished. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. But we need to get this over with, man. He was punished. They were punished each time. And they come back and they win. They lost a couple of Super Bowl. So they were cheating and they lost against the Eagles. When they lost to the Giants twice. By the way, Eli Manning he's not getting the Super Bowl again. Second year in a row. The guy won 6 Super Bowl. Maybe 2 of them or 3 of them are cheating. Okay. I mean, Shula won 2 and he's in the Super Bowl. First ballot. He's in the Hall of Fame. First ballot. So come on. John Shula, first ballot Hall of Famer, 2 Super Bowls. Maybe because he had an undefeated season. Tom Landry, 2 Super Bowls. Somebody said he's one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time. 2 Super Bowls. The guy has 6. 6. The revenge thing, I see a lot. There's a lot of people trying to get revenge these days. Let me tell you, you hurting yourself. Let it go. Let it go. I don't care about those things anymore, man. Nobody cares about Deflategate or Spygate. Nobody cares. I don't care anymore. I was a Colts fan. We lost so many games to the Patriots. You know how hurt I was or angry I was when we lost those games? The guy won 6 Super Bowls. 8 overall, because 6 plus 2 with the Giants, that's 8. Most by any individual in NFL history. Second all time in playoff wins, in total wins, including playoff. Second all time behind Don Shula. He's at 33. Don Shula at 347. Playoff wins 31, most of all time. 9 Super Bowl appearances as a head coach, most of all time. 17 divisional championship, most of all time. And now I see the Hall of Fame saying, "Oh, we believe in this integrity or whatever." But whoever is using the committee for personal stuff, they're gonna kick them out because they see the backlash. The NFL Hall of Fame lost all credibility. It's no longer credible. If I'm Bill Belichick, I will never step foot in the Hall of Fame. It's over. The greatest NFL coach of all time is not first ballot? Your Hall of Fame is done. There's no credibility, man. I appreciate the competition that Bill Belichick brought to Peyton Manning. I appreciate it. Even in losses, he was gracious. He was a cheater, but he's the greatest NFL head coach of all time. You know how pissed I was when I learned he was doing Spygate? In 2007, he was fined $500,000 in 2007. I think we won the Super Bowl. Colts won Super Bowl in 2006. In 2007, I think who won? I don't remember. Deflategate in 2015. You know how happy I was. I was like, yes, we're gonna get another chance. I'm like, oh yeah, Peyton was not playing anymore. Move on, people. Sometimes I wonder if, sorry for all the journalists. Last week I talked about journalists, how they need to be fair, they need to be neutral, they need to be what's the role of a journalist? You cannot bring personal feeling. That's one example. His coaching style is win at all costs. So he trying to win at all costs by cheating. That's wrong. Maybe 2 of those 6 Super Bowls were cheating against the Rams, against I don't know, the Panthers. I think they won against the Rams, the Panthers. What's the third one? I don't remember the third one. I don't remember. It's been so long. The Eagles. So the first Eagles against McNabb and Theo. Okay. He cheated. But he didn't cheat against Malcolm Butler. I mean, not against Malcolm Butler. Against, what's the former quarterback of the Eagles? I forgot his name. Malcolm Butler played for the Patriots. Yeah. He didn't cheat against the Eagles. He didn't cheat against the Giants twice. Eli Manning, man. Eli Manning. Okay. So, anyway, I think he's going to the Hall of Fame, but I don't think he's going to go. Not going in the first ballot. I think he needs to do like Theo, not showing up. I'm sure he's really hurt. He's really hurt right now. He's really hurt. I'm sorry that he's not going. If he's not first ballot, Tom Brady should not be first ballot too, because Spygate and Deflategate was with Tom Brady too. So is Tom Brady gonna be first ballot? I hope not. If Bill Belichick is not first ballot, Tom Brady should not be first ballot. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So we saw Seahawks defeated the Rams. It's time to give the Seahawks defense some credit. They were they were really okay. I mean, they allowed 27 points, but the game was really Sam Darnold showed up. He didn't have any interception, threw 3 touchdowns, but the team that had the ball last one. Stafford, I don't know if he's gonna retire, but he still have some games left in him. I mean, he's only what 30. I think he can still play 1 more 2 years. To me, he looks better than Aaron Rodgers, so he can still play. I expect him to come back next season. So 31-27, Seahawks won. For the AFC, that was not washable. 10-7. Stidham, he started because Bo Nix got hurt all the season, and then he threw picks. He was not really. Sean Payton talked all that BS, and like Drake May, who was horrible. He's been horrible all playoff. 10-7. Horrible. Seahawks should win this game, Super Bowl, man. I'm sorry. I don't see. Yeah, Seahawks should win the Super Bowl. But that's not my pick yet. I said should win. I'm going to pick the pick next show. Next show, I'll make the pick. I'm nothing else to say. I mean, I'm not going to watch Super Bowl, like I said. It's, I don't know. I may change my mind. But we'll see what happens. Okay. I'm going to move on from this. I mean, there's nothing else for me to say. I mean, it's going to be in San Francisco. And it is what it is. There's nothing else for me to say. I hope they get an audience for this. So this is gonna be it's gonna be a short show because I have to go somewhere. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to bring politics in this channel, in this show. But sometimes you have to say something. And I'm going to keep it sports. Sports, as always, mixed up with politics. We saw throughout history, we saw different things happen in sports where politics is mixed up with sports. And sometimes politicians, dictators, or presidents or kings, they just use sports to send messages or to make a social statement. And we have seen that throughout history. But we have seen sports becoming, some people say sport has become more political. I disagree. Sport has always been, there's always been some political stuff in history. You saw the US boycott an Olympics. That was the 1980 Moscow Olympics, right? There were over 60 countries led by the US boycott because of the Soviet Union invasion of Afghanistan. In the 1920s Olympic, Austria, Bulgaria, Turkey, Hungary, and Germany were barred from participation due to their involvement in World War I. Is the U.S. going to be barred? Let me not go. Let me not say more. We saw in the Paris Olympics, you saw China against the U.S. battling for medals to show who's better, who's the greatest. You know, it's like a challenge to U.S. dominance. Uh, China using sports, especially in the Olympics, to signal, hey, there's a new player in town. Uh, so it started in the Beijing Olympics, where China is trying to send a message. And we saw in FIFA, the World Cup, where Middle Eastern Soccer Association asking FIFA, which is the federation that is monitoring or taking care of soccer. FIFA, it's football, but American audience, it's soccer. But to ban Israel from, they're calling for Israel ban from tournaments because of casualties of Palestinian. And you saw a bunch of countries send a letter to FIFA because they claim Israel was destructing football infrastructure in Palestine. We saw in the Berlin Olympics in 1936, where black people, where racism was happening with Hitler. Hitler was trying to use the Berlin Olympics for his Nazi propaganda. And we saw those guys doing this. So that's why I have no problems with athletes using their platform in 2026 to talk about what's going on right now in Minnesota, what's going on right now in this country. In the US, so for so many years, athletes have spoken. You have Jackie Robinson for civil rights. Joe Brown, what's his name? Joe Brown from the Cleveland Browns. Civil rights. Muhammad Ali, anti-war and religious freedom. You have Colin Kaepernick. Oh my God, I'm terrible with names. Colin Kaepernick. He took a knee to protest police brutality. Never played again. Tommy Smith and John Carlos. It was in the 1968 Olympics. I said 1936, but it's in 1968 Olympics. Black power. So when people are saying to athletes these days not to talk about what's going on in Minnesota, it's laughable to me. They should talk. They should use their platform like Burton did, like Steph Curry did, like Anthony Edwards did, like Coach Steve Kerr does all the time. There's something wrong happening. Sports, I agree. Sports is the best way to forget what's going on in your daily life, what's going on in the world. And some people, I understand, they said they're trying to get away from that. They're trying to get away. They don't want to hear about what's going on. They just want sports. But we have to remember, athletes are citizens first. They are human first. They have the same First Amendment that any other individual have. They have a right to express their views. They have a massive platform. There are millions of people following them. So it would be wrong if they if they are in a bubble, they just forget about other people because they have privilege. There are social issues in this country. They have social issues like racial injustice, voting rights, gender equity. Male and female athletes have the responsibility to talk about them because they are first men and women. Some of those athletes are coming from families who suffered from social injustice, suffered from because of their family or their ancestors trying to get voting rights, suffered because their grandmother couldn't vote back in the day. They want to not happen again. So they speak. So critics who say, "Oh, you are paid to do a job, to be an athlete. Stay in your lane." I disagree. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not been really interested in sports the last couple of weeks. I'm not. I watch the games, but my mind is somewhere else. I watched the Timberwolves the other day. They were playing the Warriors. You could tell their minds were not into the game. They lost before winning against the backups of the Warriors the last game that I watched them play. They lost like 5 straight games. The city city was in turmoil. Julius Randle, he described the events as tough to stomach. It's tough to stomach. Those people have families. They have daughters. They have sons. When you kill someone in daylight and you lie about saying it's not murder, those athletes they have eyes too. So let's do better. Let's support sports, watch sports, but let's remember we are human first. Let's love each other. Let's respect each other. It doesn't have to be gumbaya. But let's do like some athletes. They risk financial loss of endorsement, loss of sponsorship, talking. They're not expert in this, but they're not cowards. So let's be better. That's all I had for today. I hope you guys enjoy this small little show. I just didn't feel like talking about sports a lot. But support Unrival. Unrival is playing right now. I don't know about what's going on with the WNBS, CBA. The schedules have come out, so we'll see what happens. So that was all for tonight, and talk to you guys next week. Peace.
Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.